Hello, my name is Jeff Sevilla. As you can see, I am going to be your new teacher. I'm very excited about what I get to do this year. I'm recording a lot of instructional videos and getting all of that prepared for you and ready to go. It's going to be a very different year, but I promise I'll do my best to make it a successful one for each and every one of you. A little bit about myself. I'd like to share with you. I was born in Chicago, Illinois, actually August 20th, 1992. Uh, so, do the math. I was just had my birthday on Thursday of last week. It was a good one. I got to hang out with my siblings, which I'll talk about a little bit. I've lived in Memphis, Tennessee from about 1998 to 2015. Graduated with a math education degree from Maranatha Baptist University up in Watertown, Wisconsin. It was very cold. Winters sucked, and I've since sworn off the north. Two older brothers and one younger sister. I currently live with my younger sister. We're sharing a condo right now and having a good time. We're best friends. And then my two brothers also live in the area with their wives and kids. Um, lots of good fun. The Sevilla family is very tight, very very tight. Um, all right. Some of the things I'm into. I used to play piano. I'm still kind of okay at it. I don't have a good chance to practice and really do a lot of it these days. So I've kind of lost a little bit of that ability, but I still like piano music and music in general. Um, I really am into Star Wars Expanded Universe books. There's a whole bunch of those. They're all very good. Other fantasy novels, I'll give you an example here in a second. Um, I also really like The Dragon Prince on Netflix and Doctor Who from the from the BBC. And I watch a ton of YouTube. I really do. There's a lot of YouTube that I watch. So some of the fantasy books I mentioned, there's the Brandon Sanderson Stormlight Archives. They're very good. I got a fourth book in that series coming out this year. And pretty much anything that Brandon Sanderson puts out is very good. So you can trust just about any of the books that he writes pretty reliably. Some other fun things that I like to do. I've been playing video games for a very long time. I am very much a video game nerd. My internet name and gamer tag, everywhere on the internet that you can find me, is Hydra Mario. Um, my favorite game of all time, I think, is Celeste, although honestly that favorite game does change from year to year. But Celeste has been a pretty long-running favorite, and it's one you should definitely check into if you're into that kind of thing. I mostly play Switch games and PC. I have a PS4, but I really like Nintendo stuff. The Switch is really easy to carry around. It's super portable. So if I'm moving around, I usually use that. And if I'm at home, my PC is a really solid piece of work, and so I'll use that. Um, so that's my interest. That's what I'm into. Maybe a little less fun, but still relevant to what I am and what I'm all about. I've been teaching for 5 years. This will be year number 6. I'm very excited. I've taught geometry, statistics, Algebra 1, Algebra 2. Did a little bit of pre-cal and a little bit of calculus. I haven't actually taught a full class of those yet, but I've done some of both and enjoyed both of them. I think my favorite class to teach is probably pre-cal, but Algebra 2 is up there. I have also taught an elective on video game design, but just talking about what makes a good game, what makes a bad game, all of that stuff, and it's very fun. I'd like to eventually bring that to Eastside, but it'll take some time before that actually happens. I don't know how soon that'll be. For now, it's just a thing I can brag about. I taught a class on video game design. Some important things that I need you to know. Uh, First of all, I would like for all of you to be respectful. There will be opportunities that you will have to interact with me or to interact with your fellow students. There will be different ways that I do that. I request that you always be respectful. Don't use inappropriate language. Don't use any kind of bullying, cyberbullying, anything like that. Please be kind to each other and to me, and expect that of me. Expect me to speak in a way that treats you with respect, and speak up if I am not. You deserve to be treated with the respect as students that you deserve, and I deserve to be treated with the respect as a teacher that I deserve. So let's make sure that that goes both ways. Be prepared. There's going to be assignments very regularly, very consistently. Make sure that you're keeping up with it. If you don't stay on top of your work, it's going to get really, really stacked up, and it's going to be hard to stay on top of it all. So try to be prepared every day for what is presented. Be attentive and involved. Again, I'll be doing things primarily through video, but there will be opportunities for you to meet me using Google Meets, and we'll be able to work through things together if you're struggling. I'll have plenty of time for that. I've got all kinds of situations like that prepared. And like I said earlier, there's going to be opportunities for you guys to interact with each other, and I want you guys to be involved, to when I give you those opportunities to try to work with each other and collaborate if necessary, or discuss when necessary. Please try to do that. And most importantly, I want you to be patient, and that's patient with me as I'm figuring out how to do teaching online for the first time, really, for real, and be patient with yourselves, as all of this is brand new to everyone. All of this is brand new to the teachers, the faculty and staff, the students. Nobody knows what school is supposed to look like. And on top of all of that, this is a math class, and a lot of times the expectation when you walk in the door is, oh man, I can't do this, right? I can't understand this thing. And now I don't have a teacher to teach me directly. I have to work with these videos, and I have to go through this process. Understand that this is going to be hard for everyone. But if you're patient, if you're consistent, if you work hard, if you stay prepared, you're going to have a much better time than if you just give up right away. If you just give up right away, there's no chance of you succeeding. But if you persist, there is always a chance that you will. The only option that is a 100% failure is the option to give up. And that's true in video games, that's true in card games, board games, whatever, and it's true in math. It's one of my fundamental life rules. So I'm expecting that of you guys, and I hope you're expecting that of me. Please do not interrupt me if I'm on a Google Meets call. If I'm speaking to someone, don't just chime in. Please be respectful. Know that there are turns to be taken. Don't ridicule someone if they're not getting the answer as fast as you were able to. Don't distract one another. Keep it respectful, like I said earlier. Don't forget your homework. Don't forget to get things turned in. Don't forget your utensils or whatever else. Please stay on top of all of that. Please don't fall asleep in my videos. Don't fall asleep on the job. Try to stay attentive when you're working on things. Put the phones away while you're watching videos. You gotta get the most out of everything that I'm teaching you that you can. You can pause videos. You can play them back. You can play them at half speed, play them at double speed, whatever your options are, whatever you prefer. But try to be all in when I'm presenting content. It'll help you get it the most. If it helps you get out a sheet of paper and write down the problems as I'm going through them, it'll be way better for you if you do. And lastly, don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated with the new system, the new way of life, this new school situation. Don't get frustrated with me, and most importantly, don't get frustrated with yourself. Just because something's not coming right away doesn't mean that it won't ever come. You can get it. Every single person in my classes can get the things I'm teaching you guys this year. Algebra 2 is a thing you can master, and I totally am here for you to help you get there. Okay? We're almost done. Got a few more things. So we've got this attendance form in Classroom. I'll be showing you how to find that I'll try to post it in a couple of different places. Um, so attendance must be filled out each day, and I will be putting that into the system by 5 p.m. that day. So please stay on top of that. There's going to be a form that you have to fill out. It's not homework. It's separate from that, and it's something you have to do every day to get attendance, to be counted. Videos are posted every day for instructional purposes. I will have just about a video every day, and I'll have an assignment just about every day. And every assignment will go with a video. Videos will tend to be short. This one's probably going to be one of my longest ones. Homework gets graded primarily on completion. I think I'm planning on picking one assignment to grade on accuracy out of the 3 or 4 that I give you in a week. But I'll grade all of them together as one minor grade for the week. And then I will also be giving an assessment every Friday, including this coming one. There will be a quiz this Friday that you'll have to complete. And every single one of those will be counted either as a minor or a major, depending on where we're at in the unit. So every week there's one minor grade for homework. Most weeks there's also another minor grade for quizzes. Every third week, basically, there's going to be a major grade for a test. That's kind of how that's going to work out. So we should end up with 15 minor grades per quarter and 3 majors per quarter. That's according to the schedule I've got worked out. That's about what it'll work out to be. So that's that. And here we are. This is the cool thing. I've put this together for you guys. This is my digital classroom. I've posted it in every single one of your Google Classrooms. I'll try to make it really, really easy to access so that all of you will be able to find it very easily. And it's got a bunch of the important links that you're going to need for this year. The very first one, today's attendance form. When you get into your Chromebook for the very first time each day and you log in, this is where I will be putting the link to the attendance form. If you click on that, it will take you to the attendance form to be filled out. And you just fill it out, and it's done, and you get that out of the way right away each day. This right here is where I will be keeping the link to the video for the day. I don't think I've fixed that link yet, so I'll be finishing that up after I complete this video. Our learning target for the day, as you can see, is learning who I am and what I expect of you. That'll be changed and updated every single day so that the learning target properly matches what we're actually going to be working on for the day. And then your assignment will be posted here in the yellow. Today's instructional video, and then complete the Google form posted in Classroom, which brings me to Classroom, which is this link over here. You click on the lettering where it says Google Classroom, and that should take you to your Google Classroom. And you'll be able to see all of my classes, but when you click on that, it'll take you to your classes instead. So your screen will look a little bit different than mine, but that's where that link takes you. Right here, if you're one of my CP classes, you click on this. This will take you to Mathia and Edulastic and some of the resources that we'll potentially be using for assignments during this school year. You'll have to sign in and take care of all of that. Again, your screen is probably going to look a little bit different than mine because I'm the teacher. I've got a different setup than yours. But you'll sign in through here, and you'll go straight to whatever assignment I've given you for that system. Still on CP classes, if you click on this purple book down here, that'll take you to the, well, maybe it won't. It's supposed to take you to the textbook. So there's a possibility that link won't work. I may have to update that But we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Some of this is going to require some tweaking as we get into the school year, and I make some adjustments to properly get that to work. If you're in my honors classes, you'll be clicking on this book instead to go to your textbook. You'll have to sign in and all of that. Log into your Pearson account. It'll just take whatever your Greenville Schools account is. This might not work either. It's something I may have to workshop a little bit. In either case, if you can't access the books using these links, which is possible, I'm not 100% sure how it'll work for you guys, I guarantee you can access the books through here because this is the backpack link. And of course, you guys are familiar with backpack. You've used it all last year. You've used it pretty much for as long as it's existed. So I'm sure you're used to doing this. So if the books don't work, use backpack. I do recommend that. A few other useful resources. I know we won't be saying the pledge as much in virtual classes, but if you want to do that, that's there. I felt like it was an appropriate thing. We've got an American flag in every classroom. I should put one in my digital classroom, right? Have the pledge there so that we can keep that. I've got Desmos up here. If you want to jump straight to Desmos, that'll be a very useful resource this year. We're going to be doing a lot of work with graphs and a lot of work with functions, and that'll make more sense as I get into the class. But because of that, I've built into this digital classroom a quick access to Desmos so that you always have access to it. Here we've got another graphing calculator. If you don't like Desmos, I've got this thing, NumWorks, and it's actually a TI-84 emulator that you can find on the internet for free. You don't have to create an account. You don't have to do any of that. It just gives you the calculator, and you can choose any of these here. So if I click to the right and I hit OK, now it's in the function, and we can go here. We can add a function. Let's see. Let's hit OK, and we've got fx equals, let's say 2, and let's say, oh, where's the X button? Is that the X button there? That's the pi button. Let me see. 2. I cannot find the X button. That is the times button. Where is the variable X button? Well, this is just a display, isn't it? Bear with me as this is going to be... Wait, can I just... Yes, I can. I can just type X. I'm a genius. Okay, we figured that one out. Plus 3, and then we hit OK, and then we can jump down here. We can hit plot graph. We hit OK. Yeah, okay, that did what I wanted it to. So this is another option in case you're more familiar with using like a normal traditional graphing calculator. You can just go to this website and you can set it up the exact same way that you would with a calculator that you had in your hands, one of the ones that we have in classrooms here at Eastside. You can also full screen this so that you can blow up that display, and then you can just move around on the screen like you would normally. I think the arrow keys, the arrow keys work pretty well for this as well, so you can just bounce around on the arrow keys like that. That works just fine. So that's NumWorks. So you've got Desmos, NumWorks. I felt like both of those would be useful tools for you guys. A couple of other interesting links that might be useful. We've got this one here, the flashcards, math flashcards. There's a whole bunch of useful sets here on this page. So if you want to go over something that you feel like you're struggling with, maybe it's the trig identities at the end of the year, or it's the different definitions of terms that we have in algebra, like this one right up here, algebra terms, might be a good thing to go over. Integer operations, there's a whole bunch of different sets that you can pick from. Um, and I think if you create an account, you can make your own and have those. So that's an option as well for you if you desire. Obviously not a requirement, but just a helpful resource I thought maybe you guys could benefit from. And then this one up here, just some quick rules. I normally would have posters all over my wall giving you these rules. I felt like it was a good idea to give you a page with some of these important rules to remember, like the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or whatever other setup you prefer. All of that's there in case you want it. So I recommend you checking that out. If you want a digital whiteboard to work on, I've got a link to Jamboard, the Google Web app that you might be able to benefit from. I've used this in tutoring a lot last year. At the end of the year when we were doing distance learning, I used Jamboard quite a lot for that, and you can see I've got a whole thing, and I'll use that, and I might, no, my board's not on right now. I'll have to use it later and demo it for you guys another time. But that's an option as well in case you want to scribble around. Let's see. You can do it with a mouse, but if you have a tablet, you can grab Jamboard. I think you can probably even do this on your phone, and you can write out on the Jamboard and work out problems that way as well. It's a nice, easy, free application for that use. Two other things, they're less likely to be useful, maybe more interesting. The balloons take you to a page that is just the national holiday of the day. So today being August 20th, it's the day I'm recording this. It's also my birthday. Good job paying attention. It's National Lemonade Day, for whatever reason. And there's a few others, obviously, that each day usually is. National Radio Day, apparently, is one of them. So those are all things that you can see every day, see what it gets updated to. Calendars. But it's there in case you need it. So I've got it there. Everything. I will click forward. Do we have any questions? If you do, please don't hesitate to give me an email. My email address is listed there on the page, jsavilla@greenvilleschools.us. My work phone, which won't always be a good thing to use to get a hold of me, but is there in case you need it. 864-355-2843. My office, if you're one of my in-person students, is room F104 on the English hall. They've tucked me in that room for this year, and my office hours are 7th period from 2:48 to about 3:45. I'll probably be at school through 5 o'clock most days. Most reliable way to get a hold of me is going to be through email, but if you want to swing by my office anywhere after 2:50 through 5 o'clock, or if you want to give me a phone call during that time, or if you want to, I think, probably set up a Google Meets during that time, if you're one of my virtual students, those are all good ways to get a hold of me. Start with the email, and then we can work down the list of other options after that, once if we need to connect in a different way. All right, I think that is everything. Hope you guys have a great day. I know this was a bit of a longer video, but I felt like it was necessary to get all this information to you. We'll start tomorrow with our first actual lesson. Thanks.